Good morning everyone and welcome to episode 10 of Forest School TV with me, Ranger Lay. I hope you're all holding up alright towards the end of week 2 of lockdown. So today we are going to be making a really simple bird feeder. Here are two I made earlier. Really simple to make with something that a few of us probably have lying around at the moment. Toilet roll tubes. So what we are going to do to start with, now you've got a couple of options as you can see here. You can either pop a couple of holes in the top of your tube or you can simply string it through behind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start showing you how we made a couple of holes in the beginning, and then I'm probably going to go over the top of this and explain why I put a twig in the bottom. So first of all, depending on whether you want to string yours sideways or whether you want to string yours this way up, we're going to poke a couple of holes in, and this is where you might need an adult or responsible person, because what I'm going to do, and you could quite easily do this with a pen or something else as well, I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple of holes through my cardboard tube, minding my fingers. Pop that in there. And as you can see, that's just made a couple of little holes that you can then go in, pop a little bit of string through, cut it off at the length at which you would like it to hang, and you can simply tie a little knot in the top of that. Et voila! So now you have your cardboard tube ready for the messy and sticky part. Right, with the birdseed, what I did yesterday, which actually made a bit of a mess, was I tipped it out just onto the table and rolled my cardboard tubes in it. But you might find it a little bit easier to grab a paper plate or a dish or something like that you can roll them in, just to keep the birdseed all together. Now, I mentioned this very briefly earlier. The reason I popped a twig in the bottom is that will just add a nice little perch for any birds to come and sit on if you did want to dangle it up there. Just gives you something else to do, and you can use perhaps some of those leftover twigs that you might have gathered from some of your walks or things like that, but it's just another option for another slightly different bird feeder that you could do. So right, back onto the fun messy part. So I've got here some peanut butter, literally just peanuts, no added palm sugar or anything like that, just some nice gloopy peanut butter, and what I'm going to do is just start spreading that over my cardboard tube. Now, you don't want it to be really big and lumpy, because otherwise you might find that globs of peanut butter fall off of your tube as you're doing it. So I'm just going to try and get a nice smooth layer of peanut butter over the top of that. Now, if you haven't put a twig in the end, the twig's actually quite helpful, because if you were spreading the peanut butter you could sort of hold it by the twig. But if not, just pop your fingers in the end and get a nice layer of peanut butter over the top. Now, what I found was a bit of a challenge yesterday was trying not to put peanut butter in my mouth as I added peanut butter to the toilet roll tube, because I'm quite a fan of peanut butter, and I find that whenever I have any nearby, it tends to end up in my mouth. So let's try and get this on the tube and none in my gob. I don't know if you can see that, but that's going on quite easily. Just smearing that all around my cardboard tube. Peanut butter. So obviously, as we're not allowed to go to the shops as frequently perhaps as we would normally do, I'm definitely putting a really thin layer of this peanut butter, because as I mentioned earlier, I'm quite a fan of peanut butter myself, so I want to put a little bit on this, just in case I can't get any for a while. Right, so what I've done is I've gone and put that nice layer of peanut butter. Can you see that? I'm going to do what the influencers do in their YouTube videos, put my hand behind. Does that help focus? I don't know. But yeah, there's a nice layer of peanut butter all around that now. So what I'm going to do is take it over to my birdseed and just gently roll that, dabbing it into my birdseed. Now, if you don't have any birdseed at home, most breakfast cereals are alright to crush up, or some peanuts, as long as they're not honey or dry or salt roasted peanuts. You can crush them up, make little peanut granules, or things like millet or sunflower seeds, those sorts of things. They're quite suitable for birds as well. So you could pop some of those on if you don't. Right, so as you can see, we have now got a ready to hang bird feeder, which can now be popped on any nearby branch. Et voila. And like I said, don't forget, you can get creative. Pop a stick through the bottom, maybe put a couple at the bottom so you've given them a nice little perch. Maybe you want to do one in a row like this, maybe you want to string a few together and you can sort of dangle maybe 3 down and pop them up somewhere in your garden just to help the birds out as we head into spring. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Let us know if you make any, let us know how it goes. Take care of yourselves and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.